It depends what day it is. I was asked to describe a day in the life of a doctor, and the answer is, it depends what day it is. Some days, it's being on the arrest team. Some days it's writing discharge letters. Some days it's clerking your 10th patient of the shift and feeling like a ruined building. Some days it's getting a needle stick injury from a patient with AIDS, then going to start antiretrovirals as your colleague arrives to cover you. Some days it's spotting something, a constellation of somethings, which makes a diagnosis, which makes a change in the life of another person. Some days it's lifting the admissions phone in Orkney at night as the only doctor in the hospital to decide if the patient on the outer island needs helicopter retrieval or the Coast Guard, or if they're safe to wait for the ferry in the morning. Some days it's waking at 4 a.m. to take a fishing boat from Kirkwall Harbour to lines of creel belonging to the husband of an A&E nurse called Hope, and making it back in time for the 8 a.m. handover. Some days it's being first on the scene at a road traffic accident. Some days it's picking fragments of glass from the cheek of a woman on a train whose suitcase has fallen from the overhead rack and smashed her in the face, shattering her glasses. It is taking gloves and a swab and picking over her cheek and reassuring her she'll be all right and that she need not interrupt her journey south with a trip to A&E. Some days it's standing in what feels like an armoury, but is in fact a donning station outside a pandemic intensive care unit, getting ready to go in. Some days you're in the back of a blue light ambulance holding onto a leg because it turns out the man who the nurse said had a bit of blood in his bed has in fact re-ruptured his popliteal aneurysm repair, and the vascular team are on the other side of the city and the paramedics want another pair of hands. Some days it's walking through the woods with a friend whose life has become obsessive-compulsive disorder and whose family are in ribbons and don't know what to do. Some days it's cycling to the house of a woman in her 90s whose dementia has worsened beyond her husband's ability to cope, but who still dances with her in the kitchen. Some days it's trying to take a history from a Gambian grandmother with her son and a student nurse who together translate from Fuller to Wolof to English, back to Wolof, then to Fuller, with a lot of information lost. Meanwhile, the handle of the clinic door rattles apart, so you're all locked in together until the joiner arrives. Some days it's speaking to a man who is dying, and as you wait for his partner to arrive, it's asking what his favourite part of being alive was, and being told that it was walking with his dog on the beach at Nairn. Some days it's working your birthday. Some days it's being asked to examine the wart of a distant relative. Some days you're back in that Gambian hospital with a girl who you think has an intracerebral abscess, but you can't be sure, and the treatment isn't working, and she is dying now, and there's nothing you can do about it. But that doesn't make it any easier when she dies, and her mother's scream rips the firmament. Some days work has an effect on you. Every day it's something different. Every day you're part of something more important than yourself.